Alright, so back at the Space Centre, welcome back everybody as well. Of that disaster again, for some reason every time I seem to decouple the descent section, it flips and goes probe core first. It's incredibly annoying. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to modify the descent capsule, modify the actual spacecraft itself, and put some linear thrusters on the top. With a tank mounted basically on a tank on top of the probe core, so it can hold its own attitude. So I don't need to do all of that messing around. But that isn't basically what Discover 13 was. It was a sphere which detached itself with some film camera canisters contained inside it, and the whole sphere was the heat shield. But I keep saying that I can't do that. I'm going to have to wet something out. So I'm going to show you what I've built, then I'll put it into orbit. I won't show the launch because that isn't really what's part of this mission. So I'll show what I've put together, and then we'll head into orbit. I'll take you all into orbit, bring you back into the game once I'm in orbit, about to deorbit. Alright, so let's head into the VAB. Right, been in the VAB for a few minutes, and I've put some of these thrusters on top with a little tank on top of the probe core, as I said I would. So next thing to do is to get this into orbit. I don't know what happened with the parachute, so hopefully it doesn't happen again. If it does, I'll just scrub the mission again and try again. And just think that I don't exactly know why that happened with the parachute. Like the rotation, constant rotation after I was using the Mercury capsule. Again, that's stopped doing that since I reverted back to an earlier save game, but I still haven't figured out why it started doing it in the first place. Could be a random bug. Right, so I've only got 10,212 meters per second, so obviously I've added more weight on. So it may be necessary to use the Aegina stage almost fully to circularize the orbit, but it did go a little bit too high before. Alright, so I'm going to put this into orbit. I'm going to bring you all back in. Once we're in orbit, ready to, well, I'll say once we're ready to deorbit, but just before, so I want to do another ionization scan. Try and bring that data back. Okay. Alright, before I head to the launch pad, I'm just spent the 100 points in science in the R&D building to start unlocking second gen capsules, because I'm going to need those for the manned orbital flights, not just the basic ones but the slightly more advanced ones like the endurance and etc. Alright, so I'm going to carry on building this and I'll head into orbit. Alright, so that launch didn't go very well at all. And I think I know what's going on. Well, actually I don't know what's going on. I know exactly what's happening. The mini Mercury parachutes are actually falling off. As you can see here, I've got debris. That just fell off. They just fall off for some reason. I don't know why they're doing it. I've never seen it happen before. Parts one stage. I'll recover that. I don't actually tell you what you recover though. Yeah, so when I went to the launch pad, the capsules, not the capsule, the micro parachutes for the Mercury just fell off. Now, so that's surface attached, node attached, both on the actual probe core itself, on top of the probe core, and also on top of a tank now. And they're still falling off. So I'll have to take a quick look at those in the VAB. Alright, so in the VAB, just unplug the fairing. And this is the problematic part. Now I've tried this Mercury Parachute Mini attached directly to the early probe controllable core. Both node attached and surface attached. I've also tried it attached to the tank and it fell off. So I'm going to try rigid attachment. It's ridiculous, I don't understand this. It seems like it's 50% fighting, playing through the game, and 50% working away around the bugs. There's a lot of bugs, and I'm not blaming RO. It's KSP with the bugs. So if it lets me, we should attach everything on the spacecraft at least. 3 years later, if it lets me do that. Rigid attachment there. That should be us. That's on. That's on. Obviously the heat shield can't be. For obvious reasons. Yeah. Right. So you saw in the last video, it just floated off when I decouple this spacecraft from the launcher itself, from the 1, 2, 3rd stage to counting. Just wondering if I surface attach it, or if I know to attach it, maybe it won't fall off if I put rigid attachment on. But it's on now, so everything else is rigidly attached. Right. And all of this was recovered from the launch, but I didn't actually launch because the parachutes fell off, so I knew full well there's no reason to launch. So let's see how long it takes to put this back together. 4 days, 14 hours, 30 minutes and 35 seconds. Oh, good grief. I don't understand why you can't remember where you've put your fairings before. So that's the... Right, so we'll put it in between there. So we'll bring this motor down. So that's the 3rd stage motor, not 2nd stage motor, then the fairing. 3rd stage decoupler. And that's also not firing either. I don't understand what's going on there. That should fire these retros. Solid fuel. Good grief. I probably did that when I was trying to work out how much delta V I was going to get. It's not necessary, to be honest. It's a little bit more weight than is really necessary. But I don't have any hollow decouplers yet. That should be it. Hopefully the parachutes will stay on that stage. Never seen it happen before. If it lets me. Right, let's head to the launch. Well, I'll put this thing in orbit, head back out, build it, roll it out, head to orbit, and then continue on from there once I'm in orbit. Alright, so at the launch pad, and again the whole thing wobbled as it was being loaded in, and if you still see, these are the two on the side of the first stage. They're fine, you can harm those, deploy them and all that. This again has broken off from here. It's actually here, so it's laying at the side. There's no arm, there's no commands to send, so it's broken off again. So I don't know what on earth's going on. So once again I'm going to have to collect this back in, and there we go. So you see exactly what on earth is going on here, because this is just stupid. Alright, let's head back to space and recover this and see exactly what's going on. Alright, so back at the space center, and once again all of this is being collected, and yet this has been left floating in mid-air. Now I have a theory. We have a problem with mass. So it tells me that capsule is so small, that reentry section is so small, the parachute is being set to such a low level of mass, it's going to zero mass. That's the only thing I can think of. So I'm going to go into the VAB and check its mass. Should have done that before, I suppose. Back in the VAB. I don't remember having a problem like this before. I do with mass. I've had plenty of problems with mass, with zero mass and also negative mass, but I've never had a problem with these shoots before. I'm pretty sure, but then again, I was bringing something back that was pretty much more substantial than just a probe core and a bit of. No, it's not mass 263. So what exactly is going on with this shoot that's stopping it from being attached? Let's me have that back. So it's basically just being thrown off the top for some reason. 1 kilo there, 9 kilos full. 17 kilos, obviously that's not going to change. That's 50 kilos. The thrusters aren't, you can't really tweak scale those, so that's not a problem either. So that's not the problem. The rest of the craft holds itself together, so it can't be that. It must be something to do with the shoot. But I don't have any others to use. Which is the problem. Just do not have those. I just don't understand why these would. It says do not use the live subjects, parachute 1. It doesn't say anything at all as far as. This is going on my way. Again. Real shoot. 0.005 case mass, 5 spare shoots, which I've never seen actually use. Doesn't seem to be anything that could possibly go wrong with any of these parts. But somehow we're getting problems with it. I put 3 on the one before and they still fell off. That's weird. I don't understand that at all. So I can't put one of those on that's massive. That is just stupid. There's no tweak skill settings for that. I'm pretty sure of that. No, didn't think there was. It's all pretty much set up in any case, so. Problems. We have the almost film return capsule parachute. These also real shoots. Oh, a pin in the backside though. You can't. Seems a bit weird. Parachute for Cassini Huygens line that I think was slightly earlier. I'm just land a parachute. Oh dear me. Looks like I'm out of parachutes though. I'm out of choices. Just check stage recovery. 4.6. Alright, so what I'll do, I'll leave it as standard. I'm not going to mess around with its settings at all. I'll leave it as it is. Just arm it. It says it should make it back, but I'm not entirely sure. Pigment pressure 0.1 atmospheres. Deployment altitude is 450 meters. That's what it's deployed as. That's its default. That stage will be above the decoupler and heat shield. So the heat shield's going to have to be decoupled as well. What if I turn the decouple off for the heat shield? So that's actually decouple is off, so must include the heat shield then. Yeah, I don't understand what's going on with these parachutes. That is weird. I've never seen a parachute fall off before. I don't think I've ever seen it before in my playthrough. I don't get what else going on. Oh, let's head back out to the launch pad. That's all I can do, really. What the devil? So I know it's in stage decoupler. So for some reason it's now put these fairings down here. Or even the decoupler. Okay, what's going on there? Alright, let's see. Should not quite a few days off. Well, this is wasting time. 3 days, 23 hours, so you say 4 days. It's 32 minutes shy of 4 days. Alright, let's build it. Yeah, like I said, it's almost like you're playing the game for like 50% of the time, and the other 50% of the time you're actually fighting through bugs, which is what takes the time up. Those parachutes hadn't fallen off, I could have got it back through the atmosphere this time round. So now it's not refute. Now it's refute. Oh, there we go. Now it's building it. Alright, let's head straight to the launch pad and see exactly where this parachute falls off this time. Okay, so back at the launch pad, and once again the parachute has fallen off. I have no idea what on earth you're supposed to do. The 2 chutes on the first stage are still there. That's fine. But the other one has disappeared. What on earth's going on? I have no idea how you're supposed to even fix this now. Exactly what I said in the VB. It's almost like 50% of the time you play the game, and 50% of the time you're fighting bugs. I've literally spent hours trying to get away through this bug now. It's ridiculous. I'm going to wind this phone. I'm going to revert back to this point in time and then collect it, but I'm just going to work forward till it's daylight. And sod's law again, it would be sort of darkness before I got it built and rolled out. Alright, so let's get rid of this fairing on the top. Let's get rid of that. Oh, thank you, that'll last. Let's take a very, very, very quick. Yeah, there we go. So it's basically slid off. I have no idea why it would be doing this. I've never seen it do this before. So why on earth is it doing it now? Looks like I'm going to have to rethink this altogether. There we go, it's going to roll off. There we go, it's going to fall straight off. It's just stupid. I don't get it. Oh, there we go, it's on the fairing base. Now it's way all the way right down there and it'll boom. Oh dear me. And, oh crikey. Yeah. Anyone got any suggestions? Because I'm out with ideas. It's the only size chute I can use for a spacecraft this size. Anything else to do is just to increase the size of it and include it on here. And use this third stage as the spacecraft. Alright, let's go ahead and revert this back, and then I'll actually... It's not a waste of time. Oh. Yeah, it was the 20th of March already. So I'm third month in, end of the third month in, already fighting with this damn bug. Which I do not understand at all. How on earth is this happening? Right. Let's head back to the space. I'll recover this, obviously. Right, so... As I said, I reverted back to the beginning of that launch. Well, alleged launch, anyway. Attempted launch. So, we seem to have a problem with attaching one of these. It's 10 kilos. There's nothing wrong there. I have no idea why on earth it's happening. It just seems very strange. You see it has an attachment node around it itself, so I'm just wondering if it's something to do with that. If I turn surface attachment off, seems to be I'm just thinking if it was attaching itself to some other part other than the top of this craft, but the other thing to try to do, encountering this problem, is save this, throw this all away, obviously not really, and test it with just this. I'm going to put Corona 13, I'm going to put Corona DS, descent stage or descent capsule, like that. Send this to the I'll take a couple of days to sort out. Right, so I'm going to set this up as long as I would before. We've got number 3 and the chute. Press deployment. So what is next size? Let's take a very quick look. That's the next size up. It just seems like I've been fighting the rotation bug, trying to find a way around that. And now this is started. Alright. I was wondering if it's because I set the chute up with all of the... For some reason, all that mass of the has been counted, so it's gone too large. I don't know. It's 117 kilos right now, down here. Like I say, it's almost like you're just fighting through bugs all the time rather than actually playing the game, which shouldn't be the case. Something as simple as a... What the devil's going on here now? Let's leave that above. Electric charge 4545 on this stage. We've got ablator, child ablator, none. Right. So we'll save this as it is. I should get something knocked off there. Just over a date. So I'll build this. This doesn't fall off. Then we'll try again with the electrical launcher underneath again, which I've got in the substructures tab anyway, so that's not a problem. Although he's only... Actually, no, I don't have it. No, it doesn't matter. I'm just building the one. Won't take long. Put them together. Right. Right, just at the launch pad with the spacecraft, and once again, the chute has fallen off the stage. I have no idea what on earth is causing this. This is ridiculous. How on earth can you use a part if it keeps falling off? I've used these before, and I've never had problems with them before. So mass 10.9. Don't see anything wrong. Yeah, they're messing around. Let's just redesign this craft again. Use one larger shapes maybe. Alright, let's go ahead and collect it. I haven't wasted much time. Let's head back. Okay, so I recovered again. I've got 0.1 signs though. Don't know why. And once again, this will be the chute. The parachute again. Alright, well sometimes a restart can sort of clean these up. This is ridiculous though. This shouldn't be happening. Oh, I'm going to go into the VAB. I'm going to try another I'm going to try a different chute. I'm going to redesign that top section of the descent capsule. Alright, so that's what I've done. I've removed the tank off the top, put it underneath here, and tried to recess. Yeah, try to get those as tucked in as possible. 12.8 should be enough for the tiny little linear thrusters to keep attitude, I hope. What I'm hoping for is that this doesn't fall off. It's a different parachute again. This is the parachute really exactly the same as on the first stage. But I just don't understand what's going on now with the physics. Why they just sort of not hold on to that stage. I've used those micro parachutes before on this. Seems to work perfectly alright. So I don't know what's going on. Right, so that's 4 days, 3 hours. Another 4 days and 3 hours. That'll take us into March, April. Yeah, it takes us into April probably. Let's go ahead and build it. Alright, so that'll heat at the launch pad again. And it would appear that we have a successful gluing of, well, the descent stage parachute has basically stuck itself on, and it stayed stuck on. So it looks like we've got a slight problem with those mini parachutes. Looks like they don't like anything but the mercury capsules, which is weird. So I remember using those on the other parts. Alright, I'll go ahead and get this into orbit. We'll bother recording all of that unless you want to watch all of that. I don't think you do. So this basically mission. This mission is just get something back from orbit so I can carry on, so I can unlock the rest of the contracts in the historical progression contract pack. Alright, let's get going to orbit.